Most people think the higher you live, the safer you are. But after what my son told me last night, I'll never look at a high-rise window the same way again. It started with a simple request. My 5-year-old son, Leo, asked if we could close the heavy blackout curtains in the living room, even though it was only 4 in the afternoon. When I asked him why, he just pointed at the floor-to-ceiling glass and said, "The man is making faces again." I laughed it off. We live on the 14th floor of a luxury high-rise downtown. There are no balconies, no ledges, and certainly no trees for someone to climb. I sat him on my lap and explained how the glass acts like a mirror when the sun hits it just right. I told him he was just seeing his own reflection. For a few days, it seemed like he believed me. But then his behavior changed. He stopped playing in his room. He started sleeping in the hallway, right outside my door, curled up on the hard floor like a terrified animal. Last night, I finally had enough. I walked him back to his room, determined to prove there was nothing to fear. I pulled the curtains wide open, showing him the city lights and the dizzying, sheer drop to the street below. "See, Leo," I said, tapping on the glass. 14 stories of empty air. It is physically impossible for someone to be standing out there. Leo didn't look at the window. He was staring at the dark gap under my own bedroom door across the hall. His face went completely pale, and his voice was so thin it was almost a whistle. The reveal. He looked up at me and said, "I know he can't stand out there, Daddy. That's why he was so happy when you left the window cracked last night." My blood turned to ice. I hadn't opened a window in weeks. Leo's eyes filled with tears as he finished. He didn't want to stay outside anymore. He opened the latch, he crawled over the desk, and then he climbed under your bed. He's been watching you sleep all night. If you want to see what happened after that night, go watch part 2.